Okay, satisfy your pastrami craving at California Pastrami. And the good news is you actually don't have to go all the way to California. You can get it right here in Albuquerque. And I'm so happy to welcome Joe Rodriguez, founder of California Pastrami. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
It's great to have you. And now the kitchen smells like pastrami. I love it. And you know, being from New York, that's a big thing in New York as well as in California. So tell us a little bit about California Pastrami.
California Pastrami, we started in September of 2006 at the New Mexico State Fairgrounds.
That's where it all began.
That's where it all began. The idea came from a trip to Los Angeles with my two sons, and we tried pastrami sandwiches there, the sandwich that I grew up with when I was growing up in Los Angeles area. Right. And they just loved them so much, they said, "Dad, we had to try to sell these at the state fair." So we proceeded to find out what it took to get in the state fair, and my son and I built a concession trailer from scratch to put in. We only had 3 weeks to build that trailer.
That's amazing. I love it.
So we got in there, and there's so many people here in New Mexico that moved here from California.
That's right.
And they miss the pastrami sandwich. So we had such a tremendous response for it. We said, well, maybe we better open a business selling pastrami.
I'm so glad you did, because it's one of the few things that you really don't see a lot in New Mexico, and people do crave it. So for those who don't know, which you never know, what is pastrami? Let them know what it is.
Pastrami is the cut that we use is a navel cut, and that is pastrami was originally created to preserve meat. Pastrami actually means in Romania pastrama, they call it pastrama.
Okay.
And then when it came to the United States, the Italians, they got a hold of it, I think, and made it rhyme with salami. So
I like
pastrami, salami.
Pastrami, salami. Hey, what are you gonna do? I love it. Well, and I love this. You've seasoned it as well, correct?
Yeah, it's seasoned meat. It's basically preserved in a brine solution, and then it's seasoned, peppered, and then smoked. It's actually hung and smoked. Our meat is it's not that processed loaf type of oval shape deli meat.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference in flavor. This tastes much better.
Well, and I was telling you off camera that I love pastrami, but one of my things about not ordering pastrami is that there's always so much fat. But I'm not seeing any fat. I mean, it's so lean.
Yeah, we trim. Each piece of meat comes with a little bit of fat on here, and we simply take a knife and trim that off before we slice it. If it's anywhere more than 1/8 of an inch thick, we'll slice that off, and before we put it in our meat slicer. And the sandwich that's popular in Southern California is sliced very thinly.
Okay.
It's a very thin slice.
So now if I was coming in and I wanted to order something, what would you recommend that I order?
We always recommend the classic California pastrami sandwich. That's the sandwich that is most popular.
Okay.
But we do offer a New York style, probably what you're more familiar with.
On rye bread?
Yeah, on rye bread with spicy brown mustard, and then we give a pickle spear, crisp pickle spear on the side.
I love it. Oh, I love that option. But I also love this option that you're going to be doing for us today. This is the sandwich you recommend, the #1.
This is the classic California pastrami.
Okay.
And basically all it is on a hoagie roll.
Yum.
And we have these baked fresh every day from Swiss Alps Bakery bakes these for us fresh every day. They deliver them every morning.
Good bread is really a big part of a good sandwich to me.
That's correct.
It makes the sandwich, makes or breaks.
Yeah. So we just the sandwich is very simple.
Okay.
We just put some yellow mustard and pickles and half a pound of steamed pastrami.
Half a pound? Now, it's funny because I was saying to Joe that I'm not a big mustard fan, but he was saying neither are his kids. However, because of the amount of meat on the sandwich, they didn't even know they were eating mustard.
That's right.
Said, right?
That's right. They ate the whole thing, and then I told them that they had mustard and pickles on there, and and they were like, wow, we didn't even notice it was on there.
I love it.
Because there's so much meat. But
nothing like a good, generous sandwich on a good piece of bread. I want to mention that California Pastrami is actually a proud member of the New Mexico Restaurant Association, and let everybody know where you're located.
We're located at 6125 Montgomery Boulevard in San Pedro.
Okay.
And we also have a location in Santa Fe. That's,
great.
That's our actual food stand. It's like a food stand in Santa Fe. That's where we've been for 5 years. We've been operating over there for 5 years. And we finally opened up down here in January of this year.
Well, we're good to have you all across the state. That's good to know. And when we come back, we are going to taste that sandwich. We'll bring Kristen back because she'll want a little pastrami too.
Good.
Thanks so much, Joe. And of course, for more information on today's recipe, you can log on to casa.com. Stay cool out there right now and use those air conditionings. Joe Rodriguez, thank you so much for joining us. And you've just finished up the sandwich. Tell us the last thing you did on your final touches.
Well, we just put the mustard on there and steamed the pastrami real quickly and put it on the hoagie roll. That's about it.
Steaming the pastrami is the way to do it. Actually, let's take that knife so we can cut it up and have a taste. And in the meantime, we want to thank all of today's guests so much. If there's anything you need to know about today's show, just log on to our website at casa.com.
And tomorrow on New Mexico Style, a financial crash course for teens headed to college. We're talking to American Idol alum Sanjaya. You remember him probably. He's performing at El Rey tomorrow night. And we've got all of your entertainment news. We're live with TMZ. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Have a fantastic Tuesday.
Should we wear mohawks tomorrow in honor of Sanjaya?
Yeah, no kidding.
I think so. Thanks, Joe. Okay, let's go for it. That reminds me of home. I haven't had a pastrami sandwich in a long time. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Have a great day. Yum. I love pastrami.